This is Leigh Carson, St. Louis family law attorney. Due to the home detention coronavirus lockdown, I'm coming to you from my kitchen. I want to talk to you today about financial disclosures that are filed in any case involving family law in St. Louis County. We call them financials in the business. First, there's a statement of income and expenses. It's important to be accurate. First, with your income, people get paid more than once a month. You either get paid every 2 weeks, you might be paid weekly. If you're not paid weekly, you're probably paid every 2 weeks or twice a month. It's an important distinction. If you're paid twice a month, you get paid 24 times a year. If you're paid every 2 weeks, you're paid 26 times a year. So that makes a difference when you're figuring your income. So you want to be accurate about that. When you do your expenses, things that would exist whether or not you had someone living with you, like in a house, the electricity, the gas, the water, that kind of stuff, just list that expense. In terms of food, clothes, that kind of stuff, list the expenses for yourself and for your children. It's important to be accurate. One of my favorite stories is a friend of mine was a much older attorney, put her client, they had a trial, and the attorney said to her client, so your net income, your income after taxes and expenses, is this. It's less than what you say you spend. So where's the explanation of that? Are there loans? Are there credit cards? Are there money from someone else? So the client looked pretty foolish. So just pay attention. If your expenses are more than your net income, figure out some explanation or figure out what expense you're not doing right. If in fact you are not in the hole every month. On the statement of property, the other financial statement, it's important to be, if you're in a divorce, you need to be accurate. We need the legal description of your property. If you own real property, house, cottage, anything like that, we need the legal description. Give us a copy of the deed. Some legal descriptions are very short, 3 or 4 sentences. If you live in a subdivision, it's very short. Some of them in the country are very long, like a half a page or more, single spaced. If you make a mistake, as I learned probably 20 years ago, I had someone at the Recorder of Deeds office had too much Adderall that day, but they read this 3/4 of a page legal description, found one place where we put a comma instead of a semicolon, and rejected the deed. Okay, no problem, we'll do a new deed. Only problem is my client's husband, after the divorce, had decided to find himself and was in the mountains of China finding himself. So we figured out how to fix that. It's called a scrivener's affidavit, kind of a word like from Scrooge times. But that's kind of a big deal. So give me the deed. It's not the same thing as on your real estate property receipt. It's just the deed or the deed of trust. Just give me that. With your cars, we're going to need the VIN, the vehicle identification number. That's on the title. If you don't have the title, it's on the inside of the driver's side door and several other places on the car. I think looking on the inside of the driver's side door will be the easiest place to find it. We also need the last 4 digits of your bank account. We're not going to put the whole thing on there because even though CaseNet is pretty private, we want to be careful about that. With personal property and household goods, I make it a practice not to list anything worth less than $1,000. Unless it's a collectible or of incredible sentimental value, so we make sure to keep track of it. Not worth it. When you list life insurance, we only care about, we should list all of it, but if you have a whole life policy, something you can cash in or take a loan against, we need specific information. If you acquired that life insurance policy before you were married, we need to know that as well. With retirement accounts, we need the full name of the retirement account. If one of the lucky few has a pension account, it's really important we get the full name of the account. Exactly. If you have a 401k, which is called a defined contribution plan, we still need the full name of the account. Any individual retirement accounts, full name of the entity and the last 4 digits of the account number. It's important to note to your attorney whether any part of that retirement was earned before you were married. Ultimately, we're going to have to track down that value in the account at the time of your marriage, so you might as well start doing that now. With other things, it's unusual for people to have farm equipment, animals. If you have like a registered dog or whatever they call it, some kind of fancy dog, we'll need to list that as well because that's a value. I had a guy who said to me, oh, well, I do breed purebred Rottweilers or something like that. And I said, well, we need to list those because they're incredibly valuable. Purebred puppy can be worth a lot of money. So we need to list that. We need to list your debts. With your credit cards, we need to put the last 4 digits of the credit card. With your, I'm going back now, but on the home loan and on any car loans, we need to know the balance at the time you file the statement. We just got to keep track of this stuff. So do your financials completely. I think for some people who are not attentive, probably 20% of their bill is us reminding them, we need your legal description, we need the card VIN, we need this. It's silly, just get it done and get it to us and we'll get it done.